This is a channel message for you if you feel called to stick around. The energy I'm feeling is like a very eager yet underlying excitement. It's like something bubbling just under the surface that you can't really see yet, you can't really feel yet, but it's been something that has been, you feel like you've been guided towards whatever this underlying current is, right? And even if you weren't aware of it up until now, and maybe you aren't, like, still aren't consciously aware of it, you've been riding this current. Every step you've taken in the last year, 8 months, 3 months, every step you've taken has been aligning you to whatever this path is moving forward. What I'm imagining is like, in airports, it's like the moving walkway. That's what I'm imagining. It's like you were walking regularly in an airport for, and I like that the airport is a metaphor because that's what it feels like. It's this underlying excitement because you know changes in the air. You've been walking and walking and walking, and maybe at first you started off of the moving walkway, but you didn't even realize you stepped onto the moving walkway. So not only are you on this like designated path now, but you're moving at twice the speed you would have been moving if you were just walking on your own. And again, it was an unconscious thing. It was an unconscious thing. You were just like, okay, I'm just on this path now. But again, you didn't know. You were just following these intuitive hits. And you have been tested quite a few times just to make sure that while you're and it was almost as if like you were tested to even get on the walkway. And then once you got on the walkway, you were tested again. But it's not something that it wasn't these big, grand reveals. It was subtle tests just to see that you would continue to listen to your intuition, even in the smallest instances, especially in the smallest instances. If you were, 1244, 55, love that. If you were, this is an example that happened to me yesterday. Say you were holding a stone, like a crystal that you found or that you had, you were holding it in your right hand. Right is the energy you give off to people, right? And then all of a sudden you get the random urge after an hour to switch it to your left hand. And you're like, okay. And so you just switch it to your left hand and you just hold it there. And then you happen to pass a group of people or a place or like an area where the energy is very dense. You switching it to your left hand in that optimal moment made it so you had protection from the energy that was coming in. So now any energy that you're taking in is filtered through whatever that stone or crystal represented. It's the tiniest, subtlest instances. It's not like a grand reveal kind of test. It's the smallest things just to make sure you will listen without really questioning anything. And that's not to say you're not questioning the path forward. You're not just blindly following. There have also been tests on that just to make sure that you are willing to be curious about the reasons why without having to know why. If you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. So now that you are on this path and you've done the test and you're on this moving walkway and now you're aware that you are on this moving walkway and continuously moving forward, you're kind of jettisoning, you're letting go of a bunch of things. You're shedding. You might have just gone through a period where you literally just had to physically unpack a lot of things or donate a lot of things or get rid of a lot of things because you're making space. And as you continue to make space in your physical environment, that helps you see more space that you can then mirror, internalize within yourself. And as you create that space internally and allow it to mirror your external environment, you are making the space for the person you need to be to truly emerge. I think collectively we've all been feeling like we've been in a very liminal space. A lot of us have been going through massive transformations for the past year or so, we'll call it. And it's just been hit after hit after hit. And for whatever reason, you have been very calm about it. You've been very present, even in the turmoil. You've been very aware of yourself. You've been coming back home to yourself with every step of the process. And because of that, now we're on this moving walkway. We're going to get to the eclipse on September 7th, the full moon Pisces eclipse, the lunar eclipse. And that's when you'll first step off the walkway to take stock of all of the space you've made, to take stock of the ways that you have transformed in the last year, to recognize how you are not the same person as you were before. And it's almost as if, because you know that it's not just the moving walkway all the way down. You get off the moving walkway and then like 10 feet in front of you, there's another one there. In that space, on the 7th, that space in between each moving walkway, you're going to get off and there's going to be something waiting for you. I'm imagining like a butler standing with like a silver tray of, and whatever is on that tray, it's going to be up to your discretion, but some sort of gift, some sort of like accolade for making it as far as you did. And I can almost hear him saying in like a British accent, like, "Oh, now the journey truly begins." That was not a British accent. I'm not good at accents. I'm me. I'm not British. But it's like, "Oh, now you can finally begin your journey," or like, "Now the journey truly does begin." And it's like whatever this thing is that you're going to be gifted, it could be something in the physical, it could be a tangible item, or it could be like an anchoring of a specific understanding. It could be an awakening or a blossoming of something within you that's been dormant for a while. It could be a new skill. It could be a relationship. It could be anything. It could be anything. It's going to be like whatever up, like based on your own path is what I'm saying. But you will need this thing. You will need to claim this thing, acquire this thing, not claim, acquire this thing before you step onto the next moving pathway. And the next moving pathway is going to be twice the speed as the one behind you, because you're going to be able to handle it. Because like not only is it twice the speed, but you're also walking. So now think about where you were when you were walking, not even on the moving pathway at first. You're now going like 5 times the speed as you were way back then. But you made the space. You've become the person you need to be in order to handle any sort of added pressure that might come with like the extra velocity. You're going to be able to handle it. You are able to handle it now. And whatever this thing is that's going to be gifted to you on the Pisces eclipse on September 7th, you will need that moving forward. It's going to give you a big leg up moving forward. So keep a lookout, and until we get to this new moon or this full moon solar eclipse, until we get there, continue to let go of things you do that no longer serve you. You might love it still. You might love it. You might love it with every fiber of your being, but you know it's time to release it. You know it's time to let it go, because in order to move on to what you are actually destined for and what you're meant for, where this whole journey, before you even got on the moving walkway, where this whole journey has been leading you to, you need to let go of the things that brought you comfort when you were who you were back then. Because who you're becoming, you need to make the space in order to allow this newness to fill that space, is essentially what I'm saying. That's what I just said. Is that it, Spirit? And I heard pip, pip, cheerio. More British stuff. But anyway, yeah, I guess that is it. So again, continue to shed, continue to release, continue to let go to that old dusty fleece that's sitting in your closet for so many days. You haven't even worn it. It doesn't even protect from sun rays, but it does protect from the cold. But what you should know is where you are going, there will not be snow. Rather, there will be sunlight and glory and beauty. There'll be rainbows of plenty. There's no need to have an attitude. I don't even know. Anyway, I'm ending it now. Love y'all. Happy releasing, happy releasing, happy releasing. I'm very excited for you. I'm very excited for you because, again, whatever this thing is that you're walking towards, that you will receive 8/28 on the timer, that you will receive on that full moon Pisces eclipse, it's something you've been waiting for, even if you didn't know it. For some of you, it'll be a very obvious, like, oh my God, I wrote about this in my journal back in March and now it's finally here. Some of you, it'll be like, I thought about that one time. I didn't know I'd need it, but now I see why I do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And show gratitude, show ample gratitude to the person or entity or energy that brings you this thing, to yourself for doing the work to be able to actually acquire that thing, to be able to walk the path to get to where you need to be to get that thing, and to the universe, to your spirit team, to your ancestors, to your guides, to the Most High, for guiding you along the way, even when you didn't know it. I have chills, my whole body. Goosies. Anyway, that's it. Love y'all. Bye.